cool stuff today. Now, I'm here to tell you also about what the Heart Association does. Who's heard of the American Heart Association? That is great. That's a great number of hands. So the Heart Association gathers money all over the country, in businesses, in communities, and schools just like you guys. And that money is going to research to help people with sick hearts. But the most important thing is that we are here to teach you guys and other people how to keep your hearts healthy. A happy heart is a healthy heart. And there are two things that you guys can do for that. The first is to keep your heart healthy. What are some things that you guys can do to keep your heart super healthy?
Exercise!
Exercise, that's fantastic! Does anyone know how many minutes a day you should get?
6.
60.
I heard over here, 60 minutes of exercise. And does exercise have to be boring?
No.
No way! Exercise can be so much fun, you guys. You get it when you're in gym class, you get it when you're at recess, maybe you're in a sport, or maybe you're just playing tag with your friends after school. There are so many different ways that you guys can get that 60 minutes of activity in a day. What are some other ideas that you think we can keep our heart healthy?
Don't smoke.
Awesome. So we just never want to start smoking. Not only is that good for your lungs, but it's really good to keep your heart muscles super healthy. What's something that we could drink that's really good for our hearts? Any ideas? Red Bull has a lot of sugar, so we want to stay away from the sugary drinks. It comes out of your faucet. What could it be?
Water!
Water, that's awesome. So water is another thing that we want to be filling our bodies with. What's something you can pull out of the fridge that's something healthy for your body?
Milk!
Milk? What's some food we could eat?
Veggies.
Veggies is a good one.
Fruit.
And fruit.
Lunchable.
I'm not saying you could never have one of those, but we want to be filling our bodies with healthy options most of the time. I like cake and cupcakes too, but I'm going to eat those fruits and vegetables more often. All right, so I have some brave student volunteers that I'm going to ask to come up here today to show us how the money that you raise for Jump Rope for Heart can go to help children with sick hearts. So can I have my friends Mary Lee, Mike, Summer, Corinne, Amy, and Jackie come on down? So I'm going to have you guys line right up front here. I'm going to stand behind you. All right, so each of your friends up here is going to represent a different person that will have their hands on the money that you guys raise. So first of all, Mike here is going to get this awesome envelope that we'll learn more about, and he's going to go home and tell his parents and his family all about what he learned about the Heart Association, how he can keep his heart healthy, and he calls up Grandma, and Grandma says, I would love to help the Heart Association, and she gives Mike $20. Mike is then going to hand that envelope over to your PE teacher, Mrs. Goodhart. And Mrs. Goodhart is then going to give that money to the American Heart Association representative, who in turn will then give that to the scientist. The scientist is going to do lots of hard work and research to find cures and medicine for heart disease. That scientist is going to hand that over to the doctor, who is going to give that medicine to the sick child. And that sick child with the sick heart is going to say, thank you guys so much for the hard work that you're doing for the Heart Association. So how cool that the money you start in the envelope at the beginning is getting all the way to that child with the sick heart. Who thinks that's pretty cool? Awesome. Give one more round of applause to your friends up front for their brave souls. When you raise money for the Heart Association, you guys are helping real life people. And we're going to learn about a story about my friend Gracie and Michael and just learn about their journey. And these are one of the many people that you guys have an opportunity to help by raising funds for Jump Rope for Heart.
I had a daughter and a son, And my son was born with, they call it a catastrophic congenital heart defect.
I had a blah blah blah. I don't know what it's called. Like an EK blah blah blah.
And then he also had 3 holes in his heart.
He had Christmas in the great artery, hypoplastic aortic arch, 2 ASDs, 1 VSD, and pulmonary vasculosis. What she said.
He needed open heart surgery right away, within a few days to live. He is definitely a direct recipient of heart research. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful for all that research because I know he wouldn't be with us.
When your brother's really sick, it's kind of hard because you can't do anything about it, but if you give money to the American Heart Association, the American Heart Association will take the money and research how to cure people's hearts.
And it's concrete, it is something you can do to help. And Grace has embraced that. She's done bake sales for it in our front yard, she does the Jump Rope for Heart, and she always says it, Mom, I'm just saving another baby. I think he thinks he's just a normal kid. He has got so much energy, he runs around, he loves life, he plays soccer. His cardiologist called him a superhero, and that just clicked for Michael. And so he started calling himself Super Mike, and he just loved all the superhero stuff. And I think that he just takes it in stride.
I'm okay, and it's mostly based on the American Heart Association that I'm still alive.
And this is where we're going to talk about going wild for heart health. And we're going to talk more about how you guys can share your own personal roar. But first, I want to bring down your favorite teacher, Mrs. Goodhart, who is just going to share her story of why she is so passionate about Jump Rope for Heart. Woo!
Good afternoon, boys and girls. How are you today? I'm so excited that we have Miss Burt here to talk to you about the American Heart Association and why we really need your help. Well, Jump Rope for Heart is truly passionate to me because I know that you guys don't realize that what you're putting in your bodies now affects you when you're my age, when you're mom and dad's age. And my grandmother actually had a stroke. So I know that with the money that you raise with Jump Rope for Heart is truly making a difference because she was able to live 5 years after she had that stroke. And I'm so thankful for that because when she checked into the hospital, that the doctors were able to treat her effectively, she was able to get therapy, and that was 5 more years that my family had with her. So I'm excited to have Ms. Burt here to talk to you about Jump Rope for Heart because you guys are making a difference. You are helping people with sick hearts, and we truly appreciate all that you do. So we have to make the biggest roar here, you guys. We really do, because you're really making an impact to the American Heart Association.
Awesome. Give it a round of applause for Mrs. Goodhart. So now it's time to talk about Jump Rope for Heart. Who remembers the puppies from last year? Well, this year I am so excited to introduce to you guys our new life-saving animals. Do you guys want to meet them? Yeah! Are you sure? Yeah! All right, well, let's go and meet them, but make sure you listen really carefully to what they say about heart health.
Our animal friends have traveled from exotic habitats across the globe. They're caring, strong, and courageous. Most of all, they're pumped to tell you about the importance of living heart healthy. Let's meet the Zoo Crew! All the way from the dunes of Bravely Desert, he leads our zoo crew with a heart of gold and some pretty sweet dance moves. His roar can be heard from miles away, and he uses it to spread the word about heart health. He challenges you to share the message too. Let's hear your most ferocious roar for Rory McFiercely III.
Let's hear that roar!
From Ivory Forest, he's a staggering 10 feet tall and 13,000 pounds. He used to trample the competition in the Wildlife Football League. He quit the pros to teach you the importance of getting in 60 minutes of exercise every day. He's gruff, he's tough. Flap your ears and stamp your feet for Mr. Tusker! She ventured from Bamboo Peak to help our zoo crew dominate on the basketball court. This powerful Panda Pro eats a fruit and veggie at every single meal and challenges you to do the same so you too can have a knockout game. Put your paws together and wave them in the air like you just don't care for Jade Shoots. From Banana Bunch Island, this wacky yet stealth monkey is training for a black belt in karate. Her biggest opponent, Sneaky Salt. She's here to help you chop and kick salt from your diets. Salt or sodium can creep up in the sneakiest places, causing your heart to work overtime. Jenny Kicks is the monkey with the most heart. Give a loud hi-ya for Jenny Kicks. Hi-ya! She trotted all the way from Grazer Grasslands to make a splash as a lifeguard. You can bet your stripes she's guzzling water to stay hydrated during those long, hot days at the beach. She says no to energy drinks and chooses H2O so she doesn't have a sugar low. She's the fastest swimming, water-drinking, life-saving zebra we know. Do the swim for Savannah Bolt. He left the freezing cold to Flipper Iceberg to ride some gnarly waves. He says no to all tobacco products, cigarettes, and e-cigarettes, so he can take huge gulps of air before diving deep into the ocean. He challenges each of you to never, ever smoke. Smack your flippers together for Finley Chillerton.
All right, who thinks those are pretty cool? And they have some great tips for how you guys can keep your hearts healthy and how you can teach your family and friends how to keep their heart healthy too. Before we talk about how you guys can earn these thank you gifts, I have a trick question for you. Are we buying these gifts? No. You guys are so smart. No, we are not buying these gifts. Every single penny that you guys raise is coming to the Heart Association to in turn help people with sick hearts. And this is our way to say thank you for all the hard work that you're doing for us. So without further ado, let's talk about Rory McPhersley III. So you are all going to be going home with one of these envelopes today, and I encourage you to take this home to your families and talk it over with them. Because is fundraising required? No, but the cool thing about it, you guys, even if you can't raise funds, you're making a difference because you're keeping your heart healthy. And the best part is that you still get to come to school and participate in Jump Rope for Heart. And how fun is that? But if you and your families decide to collect donations for the Heart Association, there is a coupon on the front of your envelope. So if you have the opportunity to raise $5 of donations, you get to cut that out. You're going to bring it back to school, give it to Mrs. Goodhart, and then she is going to have the fun lanyard to give you and Rory McPhersley right away. And that is super fun. And every time that you guys look down at your lanyard, you know that you are spreading your roar even further and helping be a heart hero. Next, we have our friend Mr. Tusker. So he can be earned right away as well. So if you go online, and we'll talk a little bit about that later, but for your first online donation, you get to come back to school, you get to go to Mrs. Goodhart again, and she is going to have Mr. Tusker there for you to add to your lanyard. And remember, like the video said, he is our reminder for you guys to get how many minutes of exercise? 60 minutes of exercise a day. He chooses to do his with Jump Rope, but you guys should find what is fun for you to get that 60 minutes in. Next, we have our friend Jade Shoots. So she is a friend that's going to come after the event is all over as a big thank you for your hard work if you had the opportunity to raise $20 of donations. When you get to add her to your lanyard, she's a reminder that we want to be eating lots of fruits and veggies because those are the healthy options that's going to keep that heart pumping real strong. And then we have our friend Jenny Kicks. She's another friend that's going to come after the event is all over if you had the opportunity to raise $35 in donations. And if you guys remember, she wants us to chop salt out of her diets Instead of choosing the bag of chips or french fries all the time, let's choose those fruits or vegetables instead.